But let me ask you a hard, honest, and uncomfortable question. Have you ever yelled at your child hoping it would make them listen, only to feel guilty and empty afterward? Does your voice sometimes echo through the house, not because you want to scare your child, but because frustration took over, and yet nothing really changed? Parents from New York to Lagos, London to Johannesburg are trapped in this cycle every day, believing yelling works, when in reality, it silently destroys trust, creates fear, and damages long-term relationships between parent and child. In this episode of Discipline Without Damage, we uncover the hidden cost of yelling, the science behind why it fails, and the powerful alternatives that build discipline without breaking your child's spirit. From real families in Chicago, London, and Lagos to research-backed parenting strategies, this is a raw parenting journey you don't want to miss. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe now. If you're on Facebook, follow our page, like this video, comment below, share it with family, friends, and loved ones. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you never miss a daily dose of responsible parenting wisdom. In 2012 in Chicago, Angela, a hardworking mother of two, found herself yelling almost every evening. Her son, Marcus, just 7 years old, resisted homework and bedtime routines. Yelling became her default weapon. The louder she shouted, the quieter Marcus grew inside. He complied in the moment, but his trust eroded. One day, Marcus whispered to his grandmother, "Mom scares me when she yells." Angela's heart broke when she overheard those words. She realized what so many parents discover too late: yelling creates compliance, but it kills connection. Across the ocean in Lagos, Chidi, a dedicated father, believed yelling was normal. His own father had shouted at him growing up, and he thought it built respect. But his daughter Amaka, just 9 years old, began shutting down emotionally. She stopped sharing her feelings, avoided conversations, and learned to fear mistakes. Chidi didn't see it at first, until a teacher told him Amaka described her home as a place where my dad's voice is always angry. The reality hit him hard. Science explains why yelling doesn't work. When parents shout, a child's brain releases stress hormones like cortisol. Their nervous system shifts into fight or flight mode. Instead of listening, they shut down or rebel. Over time, yelling wires the brain for fear, anxiety, or defiance, not respect, trust, or cooperation. And the saddest truth, children learn to imitate what they see. A child yelled at will likely grow into an adult who also yells, repeating the same destructive cycle. Yet the truth is liberating. The cycle can be broken. Families around the world are learning that calm but firm communication, empathy, and structured discipline work far better than shouting ever could. It takes courage, patience, and intentional parenting, but it's possible. Imagine for a moment, what if instead of yelling, you paused, took a deep breath, and calmly explained expectations? What if your child respected your authority not out of fear, but out of love and trust? That is the power of breaking the cycle. But here's the catch: breaking free isn't easy. It demands new habits, consistent strategies, and emotional control in the heat of the moment. In the following part 2, we'll see how parents across the world, from New York to Nairobi, successfully replaced yelling with positive discipline, and the remarkable transformation it brought to their children's behavior and emotional growth. So let me ask you, do you think yelling makes your child respect you or just fear you? Reflect deeply, because the answer reveals the future of your relationship with them. The moral lesson here is clear. Yelling may win battles, but it loses the war for your child's heart. Be encouraged today. Change is possible, and every parent can learn discipline without damage. May you find strength, patience, and wisdom to replace shouting with love, guidance, and firm calmness. If you are touched, kindly comment parenting with wisdom. Share this video with family, friends, and loved ones, and subscribe for more inspiring parenting stories on Responsible Parenting TVC. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell. By 2018 in New York, single mother Rachel faced what she described as daily chaos with her two boys: homework resistance, endless sibling fights, and backtalk. Yelling became her autopilot reaction. Yet every time she shouted, her boys either froze in fear or shouted back even louder. The home felt like a battleground. Everything changed after Rachel attended a parenting workshop on positive discipline without yelling. She learned to use calm but firm communication. Instead of yelling, she would kneel to her child's eye level, name the behavior, and clearly state the consequence. Leo, I need you to finish your homework now. If it's not done, we won't have time for video games later. At first it felt strange, almost too calm. But slowly, her boys began responding because the message was clear, respectful, and consistent. Within weeks, Rachel noticed less resistance, more cooperation, and most importantly, a stronger emotional bond. Across in London, David and Claire, parents of a teenage daughter, Sophie, admitted that yelling had become their go-to tool. Every disagreement about curfews or schoolwork ended in raised voices. But one night, after a particularly explosive argument, Sophie broke down and shouted back, "You never listen, you just yell!" That sentence pierced David and Claire's hearts. They turned to a counselor who introduced them to transformational listening and empathy strategies. Instead of yelling, they practiced active listening, allowing Sophie to speak, repeating her words back for clarity, and then calmly setting boundaries. The results were astonishing. Sophie became more open, willing to compromise, and even initiated conversations about school stress. What yelling could never achieve, empathy did in weeks. Meanwhile, in Nairobi, Kenya, Grace, a mother of three, used to believe that yelling kept children in line. Her wake-up call came when her eldest son told a neighbor, "My mom doesn't like me. She only shouts at me." Heartbroken, Grace embraced a new strategy: praise and reinforcement instead of shouting. When her kids completed chores, even imperfectly, she praised their effort. "Thank you for setting the table. I appreciate your help." Over time, her children began doing tasks more willingly, motivated by positive attention instead of fear. Grace discovered what experts worldwide confirm: children repeat behaviors that are recognized and appreciated. Experts agree. Positive discipline works because it rewires both parent and child. Instead of stress hormones, calm communication triggers cooperation. Instead of resistance, children learn responsibility. Instead of fear, families build trust. Here are some practical, proven strategies any parent can start today. Pause before reacting. Take a deep breath, count to 5, or step away for a moment. Calmness is more powerful than shouting. Use clear, calm instructions. Speak slowly, firmly, and directly. Pick up your toys now, then we'll read together. Set consistent consequences, not punishments, but logical outcomes. If homework isn't done, playtime will be shorter. Acknowledge emotions. I see you're upset. Let's calm down first, then we'll talk. Children feel respected when their emotions are named. Model behavior you want to see. Children learn from how you handle anger, not what you say about it. Praise effort and cooperation. Recognition builds motivation far more than fear ever could. The ripple effects of breaking the yelling cycle are powerful. Children grow more confident, responsible, and emotionally intelligent. Parents feel less guilt and more control. Homes once filled with shouting turn into environments of guidance, respect, and love. But the journey isn't always smooth. Many parents fall back into yelling when tired, stressed, or overwhelmed. The good news? Every slip is a chance to start again. Children are resilient, and consistency, not perfection, is what truly matters. Now, here's the question for you. If yelling hasn't worked for years, why keep repeating it? What could happen in your home if you tried calm, firm discipline for just 1 week? The moral lesson is clear. Yelling may silence children, but calm discipline teaches them to truly listen. Every moment of calm is a step toward raising children who respect, not fear, their parents. Be encouraged today. Change takes time, but every calm word plants seeds of trust and respect that will blossom for years. May you be given strength to hold your tongue, wisdom to choose patience, and grace to model love in discipline. If you are touched, kindly comment "Parenting with Wisdom." Share this video with family, friends, and loved ones, and subscribe for more inspiring parenting stories on Responsible Parenting TVC. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell. In Chicago 2020, Maria, a mother of 4, described her turning point. One evening, after a long day of work, she found her kids bickering and homework unfinished. She erupted, yelling until her throat hurt. Later that night, her youngest daughter, just 7 years old, quietly slipped a note under her bedroom door. It read, "Mommy, I'm scared when you shout. Can you please talk softly?" Maria cried herself to sleep. The next morning, she promised her children and herself that she would break the cycle. She replaced yelling with what experts call connection before correction. She began sitting with her children, touching their hands gently before addressing misbehavior. Her calm presence alone diffused most conflicts. Within months, her children described her as patient and kind. The transformation didn't just change her kids, it changed Maria too. Across Europe, research confirms what Maria and thousands of parents have discovered. Children raised with calm, consistent discipline and without yelling grow into adults who manage conflict with respect instead of rage. They learn to self-regulate, empathize, and trust authority figures. In contrast, children raised under constant yelling often develop anxiety, low self-esteem, and even a rebellious spirit that undermines family harmony. So how do you sustain the change? Here are the final powerful strategies for breaking the yelling cycle once and for all. Create a family code of respect. Sit with your children and agree. No yelling, no name calling, only respectful communication. Post it in your home. Use time ins, not time outs. Instead of isolating children, invite them into a calm space where they can regulate emotions with your support. Repair after mistakes. If you yell, apologize. "I lost my temper. That wasn't fair to you. Let's try again." Modeling humility teaches accountability. Practice self-care. Parents under constant stress are more likely to yell. Sleep, nutrition, and small breaks for yourself are investments in your child's well-being. Visual cues. Some families use a pause word like breathe when tempers rise. Children can even remind parents gently, turning discipline into teamwork. The truth is this: parenting without yelling isn't weakness, it's leadership. It teaches children that authority can coexist with love, that discipline can come without fear, and that respect is a two-way street. So let me ask you, what legacy do you want to leave behind in your child's memory? Do you want them to remember a voice that tore them down or a voice that built them up? The moral reflection is powerful. Yelling may control behavior for a moment, but calm discipline shapes character for a lifetime. The parent who speaks with love, even in correction, raises children who will one day speak with love to the world. Be encouraged. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present, consistent, and willing to start again after every slip. Parenting is a journey, and every calm choice rewrites the future of your family. My prayer for you today: may your home be filled with patience instead of shouting, with wisdom instead of anger, with love instead of fear. May your words become tools of healing, discipline, and hope, guiding your children to grow into caring, responsible adults. If this message resonates with you, kindly comment "Parenting with Wisdom." Share this video with family, friends, and loved ones, and subscribe for more inspiring parenting stories on Responsible Parenting TVC. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell. This is Responsible Parenting TVC, responsible parenting tips for caring kids. Stay with us for more inspiring parenting lessons, powerful real-life stories, and daily guidance to help you raise children who are caring, responsible, and ready to thrive.